Hey T-Lounge, it's Friday and it's Skylar, obviously. It's a little late because I just got back from a big awards ceremony for my marching band, and so now I'm here making a video. So this week's topic is positive transgender role models. Now, I don't feel there are enough of these. A lot of times, positive transgender role models, like you have someone that you look up to in a small community. There are some people in the media that are transgender, but a lot of the times I don't consider them the person that I would look up to and say I want to be like that. I believe a positive transgender role model needs to be accepting of everyone, no matter who they are. Whether they fall within the normal realm of like straight trans to all the way to gay flamboyant trans that wears dresses. So, honestly, a lot of my role models are on YouTube, and then I have several in real life. I mean, you all exist, but people I like know. So, one person that I consider a positive transgender role model is Uppercase Chase. He is on YouTube, and he's really positive about everything. He's been really open about his transition, and he's shown the ups and downs of being transgender, and he is very accepting of everyone. He is the kind of person that promotes total equality, and all around, he is probably one of the most honest He's probably one of the most honest people I've seen when it comes to talking about transgender issues and what really goes on. I think he's a positive role model for the community because he doesn't exclude anyone. He wants to be inclusive. He doesn't think that being trans is one small pigeonholed thing. He believes there's a whole variety of trans people, and that's something that this community really needs, is finding someone who can promote unity. Another positive transgender role model that I watch on YouTube is FTM Mark. And I consider him a positive transgender role model because he's the only gay transgender person I've seen on YouTube other than, myself. He basically has declared, super gay. And so I think that's a positive role model because he not only accepting everyone's obviously a big thing for me. He accepts everyone, but he also makes a point of saying that being transgender isn't based on whether you liked girls in the past or whether you liked men if you're MTF. For him, he just fully supports that sexuality is something totally different than being trans. So that's another thing this community needs is someone who positively promotes that, because a lot of the time when you meet someone who's gay and considers themselves transgender, a lot of the trans community shuns that because they think, oh, they just don't want to be normal. A lot of the times that's not the case, and so finding someone who's positive about promoting this and not hiding themselves is really a breath of fresh air. Since a lot of trans guys or trans women are afraid to come out and say, I like men, or I like women, I'm gay or lesbian, because we already have a very small community of people that accept us, then to narrow it even further by having people that don't accept different sexualities than straight is just, we need positive examples of this, of being kind and opening your arms to everyone of all sexualities, regardless of whether it's, you get what I'm saying. And then, I know a positive transgender role model in my life is my boyfriend, Zach. He sits on the queer board of queerness. He likes to call himself a professional homosexual. I call him Captain Queer. He speaks frequently to groups of people at schools, staff members, about how to treat transgender children, about how to be fair to them, about how to deal with bullying. Honestly, it's inspirational to me. Just having anyone young out there promoting the transgender community. Other than online, it's something that many people should admire and more transgender people should aspire to do. Because the reason there aren't any positive transgender role models out there, hugely in the media, is because none of us, many of us, our goal is to live closeted lives. We want to just pass, and just, that's it. We don't want to be seen as anything but the gender we feel we should be born as. but there's a community out there that needs our support. There's a community out there that needs positive role models to look up to. That doesn't really exist outside of the internet, outside of YouTube. We need someone that stands up for the LGBT community. Chaz Bono is a role model for transgender people, but he's knocked different transgender people. He's knocked people that want bottom surgery, and that's a whole group of people. It doesn't matter how far you want to go with it or what one personal preference is. We need someone out there that accepts everyone. We need to be setting the example for not just the LGBT community. Transgender people need to set the example for everyone, because we have the hardest paths to walk. We don't just get to come out of the closet and fight our battles and in the end win. We're fighting ourselves based on dysphoria. We're fighting the world on not understanding this difference between gender and sexuality. We're oftentimes fighting our families. We're fighting the medical system. We're fighting the psychiatric system. We're fighting a full fist of society trying to bring us down. We need people that are out there and proud as role models that accept everyone and can set the standard for equality. So, go find some positive role models, because a lot of positive role models are also on this channel. When Reggie was still posting with us, he's a positive role model. Cameron, definitely. Even Chris, our little newbie. All of us here are positive role models because everyone here hasn't said a bad thing about another transgender person. Everyone on this channel is for equality. And I think that's one of the most important things, is being inclusive of all transgender people, all gay people, lesbian, bisexual, the rest of the alphabet soup, the rest of the quilt bag. A lot of the guys on this channel, all rest of 2 of them, I think they're positive role models too. Because YouTube's a great place to find a positive community. So it's always a way to start.